Well, these entries are going by a lot faster than I expected them to. They're not taking too long to download either. The next one's just simply called 7DRL by Pikatus. 7-Day Roguelike Challenge Project. My awesome roguelike. Alright, so this is my first entry to 7DRL Challenge. Some things are still only half implemented, but I will consider to polish this out. Game is playable and you can win it, so I consider myself a winner. But as there's so much more I want to have implemented, it's only a half win. I don't really code, so the game worked as a no-code challenge as well. The code is made entirely with the help of ChatGPT, by prompting questions and implementing coded blocks. I didn't code except a few lines to tweak the UI positions. That's probably fine, I don't really care. The working title was Master Spaghetti, but ChatGPT chose to name My Awesome Roguelike. Graphical assets are not mine, but bought via Humble Bundle, itch.io in 2024. Main menu background was made with stable DFuxa. You can download the source.zip or exe code. Source code requires pip install of pygame python tcode. Exe should work by extracting the files in a folder of your choosing and running 7DRL challenge. myawesomeroguelike.exe. The exe is made with PyInstaller, blah blah, and this is like all this stuff here. Help controls, also in game, press H to toggle help window. Goal: find a golden key from boss on level 5, return to level 1, and escape the dungeons via stair up. So your typical is go in, get the thing, get out. Killing monsters G provides experience, gain a level, heals you fully, and provides stat increases. Each level has boss B. Killing a boss unlocks an element to use in spellcasting. Collect elemental shards to use in spellcasting. You can use multiple shards in each spell slot. You have 10 spell slots by default on this 7DRL release. Later this will be changed so that each player level opens one spell slot until all 10 are open. Spell slots affect how the spell works. Earth Shard on slot 1 is a different spell than Earth Shard on slot 3. Generally fire destroys, water heals, earth shields, and air provides reach. I.e. fire on slot 1 throws a little fire on the tile next to you, whereas 4 air plus 1 fire throws a little fire 4 tiles away. 4 air plus 3 fire plus 3 earth throws a spell 4 tiles away, deals tons of damage, sets the ground on fire, and raises or destroys walls as AoE. So basically, you have like your mix and match type of spell system again. Monsters either fight their way out of the raised earth or suffer crushing damage. Frozen enemies do nothing until melted. Frozen enemies can shard when hit with melee. Play around and find out. There were a gazillion new spells and special effects in their releases. So main menu, escape, movement was with walls or arrows. Skip turn with spacebar, move to selector with numpad or mouse. Spell activation, numpad enter, mouse 1. Toggle help with H, toggle inventory I, doesn't really do anything yet. M for minimap, C for character sheet. Cat goes in my lap. Yes, you do. Cat gets its pat. That's just how this works. Okay, back to this. Pick up, stairs F, elements fire, water, earth, air, skip elements to slot, backspace, remove a shard. Spell shapes, you got single target, small AoE, big AoE, cone, and beam. Cheats, F1, F4 unlocks elements, F5, F8 adds shards, F12 adds golden key to your inventory, win condition, use on level 1 stairs up. Alright, so ran out of time, but it's playable and winnable and only missing stuff I wanted to have, but what is not necessarily required to enjoy and beat it, so it's a win in my opinion. So let's just give this game a go and see how it goes. I like the idea of being an AI only challenge, by the way. So my awesome roguelike, new game. Does it take a while to load? Does a thing, I guess. Now let's press enter. Choose an element to unlock. Let's get fire. So press H to toggle help window. So this is a rehash I assume here. For most part, yeah, it says rehash, I think. Oops, pressing escape, back me back out there. So you unlock fire. I have to use blocks to move around, I guess. So pressing A lets me get out of like, this thing here. Can I pick up stuff? I'm not really sure you can pick up stuff as a thing, I guess. So he may not added that just yet. F. Okay, maybe F. You pick up the earth shard, the water shard. So elements, fire shard, water shard, earth shard, and air shard. Okay, so how do I basically put this thing in here? This is where a little bit of instruction would have been a good idea, just to sort of like, help people out with like, playing your game. So fire in slot 1, how to get them into slots. Selector is numpad mouse, spell activation, numpad enter, mouse 1. So here's our character sheet, by the way. So I unlocked elements fire, shards. I don't have any fire shards maybe, so maybe I have to get those first. So you slash Amy for 5 damage, he hits me for 2. There's my HP going down. I killed it. There's a fire shard. Okay, we got all the shards for like, the rainbow, so to speak. My cat's enjoying his pats. Let's get rid of the character sheet for now. So toggle character sheet with C. Okay, so more fire. I'm not sure it's supposed to happen like that, where you just, run through them like that, but okay. Yeah, it's definitely an issue of like enemies basically like, moving very, very oddly, I guess. Okay, so spell hits enemy for 6 damage. A newborn flame flutters, hungry for oxygen. Use 4 mana, remaining 46. The enemy hits you for 2 damage, so does it kill it? Now I used up my shards, by the way, so you only have like, finite like spell casting, like, in terms of like your reagents, but also like, your mana. So I have like, 55 mana. I'll note by my mana regenerate apparently. So it almost feels like, mana is like redundant, by the way. You don't really need it. So our fire shard. Now where's this boss? I see the stairs to go up, but not down. So Where is the boss, I wonder? Now, it could be at the boss didn't spawn. But I kind of highly doubt that. But maybe it's the case. So let's go back here. We'll try this again. Got some different tiles here this time around. Okay, here's the way down, so at least we have that spawning. The boss tries to cast a spell and fails. He casts a range spell at me. Target arm range. Range 5, distance 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm too far away. Can you run out of mana, I wonder? Like, I've got, like, 50 mana. Maybe he can, like, run out of mana casting spells at me. Who knows? Let's just charge him. We're going to slash him to death. Okay, we got ourselves water. Again, there's issues of enemies moving diagonally at you and, like, onto your space. Interesting sort of decorum here for, like, the tile set. Now I wonder if when you level up, if, like, you get your HP back. I think it says something about that, so... Yeah, you fully heal and you basically, like, So boom, I got my HP back. Now note that melee seems a little bit powerful. But there's a lot of stuff I like. I like the fact that, like, you can see, like, the gems. And I can probably see the staircase in the map when you reveal it. So here's my mini-map. Oh, you can actually see in the mini-map where the stairs basically are, so... Can't see the gems, though. I'm not sure I'm going to basically complete this game, but I mean, we'll try and go through it first, a level. And I looked, they're pretty big levels for sure, so... I'm not really sure I can play about the big levels because, like, you know, you're obviously using an AI to sort of do this, so the AI may not be smart enough to, like, you know, make like smaller, you know, levels. All right, we made it down to the next level, and they're still only doing like weak damage to me, so whatever. Oh, I got tons of like stuff to work with now. I got water and fire, so we can test that out a little bit, you know, soon enough. Oh, you take 17 fire damage from the spell, and you got a ton of mana, so there's a bit of an issue with like the bosses. They're a little bit like, you know, how can you put this? Once you basically get past like their, like, you know, the range, they're not really that threatening. They can also do some damage if you're not careful, but so water's supposed to heal you, right? So let's try healing stuff here. So I have water. Water is 2. 2. So cast is healed by 2 HP. Let's try using a little bit more. So it's like multiples of 2 basically. So that'll heal me a little bit. So I'm a little bit, like, you know, stronger. There's probably no need for me to like go down, like, you know, collecting every little thing, but whatever. And apparently enemies can hit you on the same space that you're, you know, inhabiting, so that's a thing. I'm getting very close to death here, but I'm also level up here, so cool. I leveled up, I get my HP back. Yeah, sometimes they're moving diagonally, which is, like, you know, annoying. Now, the one problem I basically see with your game is the fact, like, you know, because like you have a limited amount of like shards, you can't really test like your stuff out using your shards. And I died because I ran to a boss to kill me. Alright, well, that's basically the 7-year-old challenge, my awesome roguelike. I mean, the concept, I guess, probably works. I guess I should probably try and do like a little bit of like testing like the spells. But it's a little bit hard because, like, you know, here's the thing. Even though you got the cheats and stuff like that, unless, like, you know, you unlock them, you can't really use the spells, like, you know, to really, like, you know, really, like, you know, show them off. So you can unlock with F1, F4, now charge of F5, F8, so So we go, add a bunch of shards. This is where the cheats are actually good because they actually let me, like, you know, test this stuff out. So oh. Ow. Alright, well, I'm hurt a little bit, but let's just fight this guy then. So, fire destroys, water heals, earth shields, air provides reach. And the idea is, like, you want obviously, like, you know, do different things, so. Spell shapes are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I want to do a single target spell. Let's add some fire here, earth, and air. So the spell hits the enemy for 11 damage. Use 11 mana, remaining 39. And it puts some, like, you know, stone cover my body. So, but yeah, the thing is, like, I'm gonna use a lot of, like, you know, stuff here as well for this. So air, fire. So Swirling Ring of Fire envelops me. This will hit for 0 damage. I mean, unless you're using fire, it's, like, you know, not going to hurt him, right? So I can't unlock anything. I guess they're soft lock because I basically unlocked everything. So that's 7DRL. It's an interesting sort of concept, but, you know, I feel because you get the sort of shards there, it sort of, like, limits the amount of, like, experimentation unless you, like, cheat for it. I kind of feel basically like maybe, like, you know, you should actually explain what this spell basically is. They're basically using, like, your shards perhaps, so, like, you know, sort of, like, you know, offset that a little bit if you're gonna have shards, or you can just, like, take out the shards entirely, just have mana be the only thing there to use, have it sort of like Magicka style. Awesome attempt, I guess. So good job on that, and take care. Good game to sort of finish off the night with.